Hi guys, good evening. How are you? After a long time, absolutely it's after a long time because I was like overwhelmingly super busy with my classes and all other work that I need to balance. And yes, of course, you need to strike a balance with your work life as well as your personal life. Otherwise, you will definitely end up with nothing. So, how are you? Hope you all guys are fine. And these days, many new participants are coming for the classes because you guys are willing to sit for your IELTS exam soon, because many people are in a rush to get in touch with their upcoming academic exams done and general exams, because the university intakes seems to be getting closer little by little. So anyway, whatever said and done, now today, since we are after a long time, I just thought of sharing you uh, another speaking test video, a cue card question rather. And today it's raining outside, and you can see the noise. And today classes got finished a bit early. Other times it's finishing like about 12:30 midnight, and technically. So today it's a bit early. And as a result, I thought of having a speaking session with you, just to make sure that you feel pumped up and vibed up. And guys, today the topic that I'm going to take you today is from this cue card question, and I would like to take this topic called the most favorite newspaper or magazine. All right. In that particular, this question has come many times back to back, and if you get a question like this, you need to know that you need to make sure that you jot down few points and take some points into your brain and make sure you get the flow back to back, hardcore. All right. So just don't. My students also sometimes they just keep on speaking without any preparation, and they're getting stuck in the middle, and they're looking at my face and smiling. So I don't want that to be happen. Make sure in front of the examiner, jot down a few points, memorize the points, and get the flow done back to back, hardcore. And make sure the use of advanced vocabularies, get the flow done, and get the uninterrupted flow, and make sure that you pronounce words very well. The pronunciation matters. And if you can add some pronunciation, UK accent sort of a thing, that would be super awesome. So anyway, if I were you, I would have been definitely categorize my points like this. What's the first point? I will be definitely telling you guys this point. Number one, then you had, even though you are not into even though you're not into sort of a book person, still you need to think of whatever articles, whatever magazine or either newspaper, whatever is done, just to make sure that you convince the examiner for a perfect image. So you need to basically pick a paper or a whatever newspaper magazine name, how frequently you have read that, the content, the pages, the articles that is got published, the price of the particular newspaper, and the targeted segment that newspaper is available for, basically provided for, and the advantages that you have taken from that newspaper, and how, if you're recommending that to someone else, why would you recommend that newspaper, and what are the real uses of that newspaper that you have so far accumulated in your life. Those are the massive points that you need to speak up. All right, without the points you can't speak anyway. So make sure that you jot down the points, memorize, and give the output back to back. All right, so let me give a start. Anyway, this won't last long for 2 minutes, it will be more than that, but just for you to understand the gravity, let me say like this. Thank you very much for giving me this immense opportunity to speak about my most favorite newspaper. That would be none other than Sunday Observer newspaper, which is basically used to out in every Sundays. And I still remember my father, for just 50 rupees, he was able to purchase that newspaper for me from that Sunday whatever newspaper shop. And I was badly waiting till he is coming home with that particular newspaper, and I used to read that top to bottom. And even though I was just a small child, I was able to understand the gravity of that particular newspaper, and I was able to, even though I was a school student, I was able to grab that entire 1 week latest happenings around the world from that particular newspaper. And I was basically concerned about more into sports, because being an sports person, and being an enthusiastic sort of a basketball player and a basically swimmer, I was able to concentrate on those particular articles very well, and I was able to know about the latest happenings around the world when it comes to those basketball and swimming. And of course, yes, I'm a latest gadgets person. I'm into gadgetics, so I was much concerned about that time. There were like, there's an increasing tendency of using like innovative mobile phones, like that this time where the mobile phone market used to basically gradually flourish. So that time I was able to get some latest I was able to explore, I was able to investigate, I was able to analyze about the latest upcoming mobile phones, as well as the features, the prices, the specifications, and comparison between the old model and the current existing models and the latest upcoming models, so on and so forth. Furthermore, I was bit into this sort of like entertainment aspects as well. In that particular Sunday Observe, I can still remember that particular entertainment article, which covers more or less the celebrity news, where I'm very much concerned about my famous celebrities at that time, because I was a fan of Knight Rider. So I was willing to badly search news about that particular car called Kit, as well as that David Hasselhoff, the person who was basically acted in that particular entire TV series called Michael Knight. So I was, if I that time, like frequently those news used to publish in that particular newspaper, because that time that particular Knight Rider movie was released and it was being played at this whatever Sri Lankan TV network, and those are few of segments that I was basically concerned in the particular newspaper. And if I still can remember the entertainment side, and I was very much fond of Sri Lankan legends called Bhathiya Santosh. So I was able to grab some latest shows, the songs, the articles, the interviews with them, all were in English, hardcore solid English, where I was able to grab massive amount of advanced vocabularies, formal content, and like sort of like back-to-back articles, question and answer sessions, and I was able to expand my horizons with respect to those latest innovative segments when it comes to solid academic as well as professional and practical literature. So as a result, I was able to fulfill my inner thoughts, and I was able to compete among my rivals when it comes to the knowledge that I've acquired from that particular newspaper for just 50 rupees, thanks to my father. And as a result, I was able to skim fast. I was able to read very big paragraphs, lengthy paragraphs with solid advanced vocabularies very fast, and I was able to grab the big picture into my brain within no time. That particular caliber, that particular exposure, that particular experience had definitely led me to come to this particular position in my life, where I was able to basically become an extraordinary person among others, with the years of dedicated, hardcore, committed, solid workmanship. So due to that, due to those massive information, due to those massive gatherings, due to those massive favorable consequences that I've realized, that I've gained from that particular newspaper, I would definitely recommend this for each and everyone who is willing to expand his horizons in the stream of English, in-depth English. And that particular newspaper has been edited, written and produced by one of the most renowned newspaper presses, whatever industries or agents in Sri Lanka, known as Lake House, if I'm not mistaken. So they are basically taking the sole responsibility of the content that they are basically publishing. So in an era where many people used to read e-newspapers from their iPad, laptop, and just to see the headlines early in the morning with a cup of tea in front of the TV, we were able to go through those newspapers top to bottom to top, and we were able to skim the paragraphs. We were able to basically enrich our souls with the use of hardcore advanced vocabularies in English to become experts in this profession. So I would definitely recommend each and everyone to use that particular newspaper, read more and more magazines, newspapers, to expand your souls, and the knowledge will never die. Knowledge will definitely enrich you to compete among rivals and to become a successful professional in wherever you go. Thank you very much. Guys, I want to tell you this. That's not IELTS speaking test. You will never speak in front of the examiner like that. But whatever I said and done was 200, 500, 600,000% valuable for you, super important for you, because that is the way you need to talk in English, the public speaking. Alright? Trust me, I never ever practiced anything. I never ever just put the lights, I took the camera and I started doing this. I didn't practice. That's me anyway. I don't have any notes anything, because other YouTubers, so-called YouTube channels, you know, they coming up with years of practice and cameras and whatever edits the screens are there. No, I don't have nothing here. That's me anyway. So the who are coming for the classes, the students, they know who I am. So that's the caliber that I want you to have. Technically, you need to read. Without reading, you don't have the vocabulary in your brain. How can you speak without the vocabularies in your brain? You have vocabulary storage in your brain. If you don't have, that's okay. Some people are struggling, looking up and down, no words. I had to help them. Read English newspapers, Sunday Times, Sunday articles, Google magazines, YouTube channels, the vlogs done by those, you know, so-called professionals, and whatever this, yes, of course, this Google articles. I mean, even imagine you are a workaholic, you don't have work, or you don't have time to do additional reading, fine. While you're working at office, if you have break, just go to whatever websites, you know, bbc.com, start reading articles, start reading the news, read if there are new words. If you don't know, please Google search. Get the dictionary meaning, practice by heart, memorize. That's the way how I improved myself. All right, no one taught me to be honest. All right, no one taught me English to be honest. I'm telling you, I did everything from my self studies. So I'm super solid and super rich. All right, and I'm not afraid of anyone as well, for sure. So even though others say, all right, whatever things, I'm small and all, so I'm not, you know that. And so this is enriched knowledge. This is that super caliber acquired knowledge for last, you know, 10 to 15 years in my life, and that's what it's there. That's what I'm sharing with my students, just to make sure that they become super solid professionals in English, not only in English, of course, with IELTS. And anyway, I hope this video, it's like almost 11 minutes I was been speaking. I just want to do only 2 minutes speech in front of the examiner. Massive amount of things as argumental type speech I've done with you, just to make sure that you feel comfortable, just to make sure that you get massive amount of knowledge, advanced vocabularies, and the hardcore speaking patterns, non-stop speaking patterns, different segments fulfilled to you, just to make sure that you will face your employer one fine day, your interviewer one fine day, your visa officer one fine day, your promotional interview one fine day in front of the board of directors. Even you imagine you go to Canada, you become a student, or you are a student, you need to basically take a part-time job. In that case, even you go to McDonald's, the McDonald's manager might interview you for 5 minutes just to understand you. Still that experience and exposure, speaking caliber matters a lot, guys. Okay, that's all I want to tell you. So let me know if there's any way I can help you. I hope I done my best. After a long time I was silent because I was super damn busy with the classes. Every day it's like the case, but whenever possible I will try to help you. And rather than doing, I know sometimes some comments, some students asking, so why don't you do the essay revision? Why don't you do a bar chart explanation? Why don't you do a line graph explanation? Those are guys I will be doing in my classes. And when I'm doing that, like, you know, it separates in hour. I need to set up, I need to get the dates done, I need to get the whatever projectors done. I want to get into that caliber in IELTS. I would like to do that, but unfortunately I don't have time to do that. Even I don't do online classes. Now many students from Japan, Korea, USA, New Zealand, you tell me, ask me, sir, can you do online? No, I don't do online class. I don't have time, guys. I'm very sorry. Please accept my humble apologies. I'm unable to do online classes at the moment in IELTS because I'm working now. I'm working full time, and I do this as my part time, in the sense nights as well as on Sunday full times. And as a result, I don't find any. I don't find time for sure to do online classes because the time zones are also different. No? So because if I start keep on working, being money minded, that's not going to happen to me anywhere. I'm not interested in money anymore. So I need, because I lose my freedom, mental and physical freedom. No, I don't want to. All right, I'm fed up. So as a result, I'm sorry guys, nothing to online. If you really want, you can come for the classes and participate. If the seats are there, the physical class is only happening at Nugegoda. If the seats are there, within brackets. To be honest, seats are full. No seats. You know that. So I'm sorry, no online classes. But anyway, if I can help you, like at least putting a YouTube video like this to improve your speaking, yes, definitely I will do. Because I'm fond of, I like to do speaking, to be honest. Right, I like to do bar charts, pie charts, essay explanation to you as well. One fine day, when that particular day comes, when I'm fully into ELTS, one fine day. That means full-time person. Still I'm not full-time, no, so I'm unable to do that because I need to get my work commitments also done, to be honest. Okay guys, so I hope I done my best to you. with a super solid video. Newspaper Sunday Observer has gone viral. And with that, I will wrap up for today. I shall see you with another YouTube video very soon. Thank you very much for subscribing me or whatever and staying with me. And we'll able to get some solid work done in the future as well. All the very best. Take care, guys. See you. Good night.